Okay, let's factor x² plus bx plus c. Well, on here we have this polynomial that is 2 times 2x² minus x minus 45. And everything is equal to 0. So in here, the first thing I need to do is use my distributive property and multiply the 2 times everything inside the parentheses. So I'm going to multiply in here the 2 times the 2x and the 2 times the x and the 2 times the 45. This way, my answer will be like this: 4x² minus 2x minus 90 equals 0. Now, I'm going to take the factors of number 4 that are 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. And also, I'm going to take the factors of 90 that are 1 times 90, 2 times 45, 3 times 30, 5 times 18, and 6 times 15, and 9 times 10. Okay, now I need to see which will be my signs I'll use. If I have both of them are negative, first of all, I need to define that the numbers that multiply 90 needs to be one positive and one negative. And now I need to see how does my number of the center can be a negative, because on here when I subtract, I need to have my greater number as a negative in order to this number become a negative. So I'm going to start looking and testing with 1x and 4x. Now, for 90, I'm going to start with 1 and 90. Okay, and here I use my scissor method to prove if these values are the correct ones to use. So I'm going to multiply the 1x times the negative 90, and this will be equal to negative 90x. And I'm going to multiply the 4x times the 1, and this will be equal to 4x. So in here I subtract the 4x minus 90x, and I'm going to have negative 86x. This way I know that negative 86x is not the same number I have in the center. So I need to continue testing. I'm going to erase everything and I'm going to test with another values. Right now I'm going to test with 2 times 2 and 6 times 15. How I choose these values? I choose them randomly. You need to continue testing until you find the correct answer. So I'm going to start with 2x and 2x on this side, and on the other side 6 and 15. Why I place the 15 on here? Because it's my greater number. So I'm going to multiply the 2x with the 15, and I'm going to have negative 30x, and the 2x with the 6, and I'm going to have 12x. So I subtract the 12x from the 30x, and my answer will be negative 18x. As you can see, negative 18x is not the same value I have in the center. So I need to continue testing. Now, I'm going to use the 2 times 2 and also the 9 times 10. And I place my 10 as a greater value with the negative number. So I multiply my 2x with the negative 10, and I'll have negative 20x. And I multiply my 2x with a 9, and I'm going to have 18x. So 18x minus 20x is negative 2x. Now that I find the value that I need, the same value that I have on here, negative 2x, is the one I have as the product. So I know this is my answer, and these are the values I'll use in the parentheses. So my equation will be 2x plus 9 times 2x minus 10 equals 0. Now, what I need to do? Well, I need to leave my variables completely alone. And how I'm going to do this? Well, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to separate each parenthesis, and I'm going to put them each one equal to 0. So I'm going to have 2x plus 9 equals 0, and then here 2x minus 10 equals 0. Now I need to leave my variables completely alone on each side for each parenthesis. So what I'm going to do on here? Well, I'm going to move my 9 to the other side and my 2. But I need to apply my properties. So I'm going to move my 9 that is adding on this side to the other side, subtract. Now, what is doing my 2? Well, my 2 is multiplying. So my opposite operation is division. I'm going to divide the 2 on both sides. This way I can cancel it. And I'm going to have x equals negative 9 over 2. But this is an improper fraction. So I'm going to make this improper fraction into a mixed number. And my mixed number will be x equals 4/1/2. Now I need to do just the same with the other equation, with the other parentheses. I'm going to take away the parentheses and I'm going to start leaving it alone. This way I move my negative 10 to the other side as a positive and I move my 2 to the other side, dividing. This way 10 divided by 2 equals 5. So my final answer on this problem is x equals 4/1/2 and x equals 5.